You know, every ASMRist has probably talked about bullying at one point or another, whether it's cyberbullying or bullying of any other sort. And most of it takes place from the side of the victim and how they feel. Well, me, I was on both ends at one point or another. Some part of me wonders if I still bully kids, considering how mean I can be. But I'm not going to sit here and tell you how wrong bullying is. I'm not going to address the victims of bullying. I'm going to address the bullies. You know, most bullies don't even know they're bullying kids. They think they're joking. So ask yourself, how many times a day do you joke with people? And if it's a lot, then odds are you're probably hurting someone's feelings along the line. I know, I mean, you're just playing around, and hell, if you're anything like me, maybe you just don't know how to be nice. Being kind can be hard for you, I understand. But I also know that, well, let's be honest, we're assholes, right? Hell, some kids are almost like asking for it, right? The way they act. You know, and it's not like you make fun of kids who have disabilities or are too nice. You know, most of the kids that you make fun of might actually be kind of annoying. You know, they might be super smart, but God, they're just annoying. They act like they're better than everyone else, so you feel the need to knock them down a peg. Or who knows? I don't really know how many bullies there actually are in the ASMR community. To be absolutely honest. This community seems more like the beaten type. Like the abused spouse that refuses to leave. Now, I'm not saying everybody in this community is like that, but I have noticed that there are a lot of people that take a lot of abuse and turn the other cheek. And yes, I know, the good book tells us to turn the other cheek and morale and everything like that. Well, if turning the other cheek ever actually got someone somewhere, then I would say go for it. Now, I'm not saying deck the fucker in the face that pisses you off. I mean, it might work, it might not. You see, bullies are usually cowards. They don't mess with someone who's bigger than them. When I say bigger, I mean someone who can actually kick their ass. But in most cases, at least nowadays, a lot of people that bully kids usually are the scrawnier type. See, I really don't care who you are. I don't care if mommy and daddy doesn't love you and that's why you decide to make fun and hurt other people. I don't care if you truly hate yourself more, so the only way you can cope is by hurting other people. I just don't care. Maybe that makes me cold. Who knows? What I do know is that you're a dick. Just to put it bluntly. You know, not very many people can handle the fun type of joking. There are such things as boring jokes and fun jokes, and usually the fun ones involve inflicting pain on others. Well, at least in my cases they do. But that doesn't mean you do it. You see, I have other ways of having fun. I'm more of the self-destructive type. Well, when I get bored, of course. Which, let's be honest, I'm bored 24/7. But point is, the bullies are not the biggest issue. Let me tell you why. How many times you actually see someone getting hurt? Now, I don't mean the type of bullying that involves pushing people into shit or knocking them around or actually walking up to them and bluntly insulting them. Anybody could step in at that point. It doesn't make you a hero. Bullying goes undercover a lot. A lot of people can't pick up on it because you see, people have learned to adapt and they make fun of others using sarcastic comments and under the breath jokes that everybody just thinks are just jokes, although you know the truth. Of course, there are the people that actually resort to violence. Maybe they call you a whore or a slut or a bitch or a dick or you're worthless or pathetic or you're nothing or whatever they call you. The victim's the victim, the bully's the bully. Nothing's going to change in that aspect unless somebody does something. So either the bully changes or the victim stands up for themselves. You think that that's how it has to be. But no. You see, the bystanders are the ones who can actually do something but choose not to. It is cowards like them that let things go. I say, well, it's none of my business, no point in getting involved, I don't want to start drama. Oh, boo fucking who. You don't want to start drama. You don't want problems. You're pathetic yourself if you do that. Now, odds are I've offended someone within this 7 minutes. And if I have, then you'll probably have the right to be offended because I'm trying to offend you. You see, I made this channel because I simply just don't care what people think. I'm going to tell you the truth and how it is because a lot of people are too afraid to speak the truth, or they try to tiptoe around it. See, I'm tired of people like that. It makes me sick. It makes me physically want to hurt myself. People need to hear the truth. I don't give you what you want to hear, I give you what you need to hear. So if you're just sitting by and letting someone else get hurt, then that makes you a coward. That makes you more of a coward than the person inflicting the pain. At least the person inflicting the pain is actually doing something. And the person in pain is dealing with it in some shape or form. Now let me tell you something. If you are being bullied in any sort of way, why do you just sit there and let it happen? I don't care if you think that you can't do anything, that nobody cares. Because you know what? It doesn't matter if nobody cares. It matters that you care. The fact that you're being bullied does not affect other people. Unless, of course, they are bullying other kids too, which, let's be honest, they probably are. But no, the fact that you're being bullied and nobody cares is not your problem. Your problem is that someone's fucking with you and you need to do something about it. Don't know how? Well, let's see, there's a number of things you can do. Not all of them involve actually physically fighting the fucker back. I'm not telling you to kill him either. Of course, I guess at this point you're willing to do whatever it takes. Imagine people who only watch these kind of videos because, well, they're being bullied at some point, and they're curious about what to do. Of course, most people think you're cowards if you go to, a teacher or a parent or somebody, the police or something like that, I mean, if you go to one of them, then yes, you've handled that bully, but now you're just going to have a bunch of other kids making fun of you for doing that. Well, let's think. How long does bullying really last? You see, if people are willing to see that you're willing to go that far to stand up for yourself, then I don't really think many people are going to fuck with you after that. Think about it. If you go to the police, you go to somebody will do something eventually. You make it happen. You stand up for yourself, and people will not fuck with you if they see what you're willing to do. Now I guess you could say that's the right thing to do. Let me tell you another way. Maybe you are a little sadistic and you have faith in your physical capabilities. Or maybe you just want to teach somebody a lesson. Well then, by all means, go and beat the shit out of that motherfucker who's screwing with you. Do what you got to do. I'm not here to judge. I'm not going to tell you violence is not the answer, because let's be honest, violence can be the answer. If it is a violent situation, yes, I know they say you can't fight fire with fire, but that's not all the time true. A lot of times in fire cases, they will use fire to smother out another fire. Now, of course, they have to then put out that fire. But you know what? If you can manage to beat the shit out of that person, teach them a lesson, it shouldn't be hard for you to put out your own flame. But that is not the situation I recommend, simply because it can escalate. And it's a risk that can end badly for you. Especially if your bully is on the psychotic side. You really don't want to get yourself stabbed. Of course, maybe that's why you don't want to go to the police, a teacher, a parent, someone who can help you, because your bully is on the psychotic side. Well, how do you handle psychotic behavior? You get psychotic. Maybe you don't know how to be nuts. Maybe you're too kind. Maybe that's why you're being a pushover. Well, like I said, someone's got to change. And if the bystanders aren't going to do anything, and the bully isn't changing, well then guess who that leaves? You. You change. That's all it takes. A changed mind is powerful. Now maybe you're thinking, am I advocating violence? No, I'm recommending violence. My whole channel advocates it, but here I'm just recommending it. It's an option. You can take the option of the violent alternative, you can take the other option of the, peaceful alternative, or you can do nothing and just let it go on until you decide to eat a bullet. Metaphorically speaking, or literally. I'm not a big person. I stand at 5'9". Yes, I am muscular. I go to the gym, but I wasn't always that way. I wasn't always a muscular, larger person. But you know what? No one screwed with me. Because I made myself clear to anybody who tried. Like I said, I was scrawny. I was really skinny. I used to be even shorter. It didn't take much for people bigger than me to think they could do something. Or try something. But you see, people don't screw with you if you show them that they're not gonna just get away with it. That's the second they screw with you, you're gonna push back 10 times harder. You see, when a bully is looking for a victim, they will test them. They will do something to see how far they can get with you. And then slowly and more slowly, they will push their way in further and further before they become violent. I know, because this is what I would do. You see, I would find someone who I just didn't like, who I just thought was weak. And I'd start off by mocking them a little bit, here and there, seeing how far I could get with them. You find the weak ones that way. It's like when a lion is chasing a herd of gazelles, and they go for the one that can't run the fastest. They take down the weaker one. What do you see? Bullies aren't lions, they're hyenas. Most of the time they travel in packs. You see a lion hunts alone. Maybe in a group, here and there, but most of the time a lion will take something down all on its own. See, the lions are the people with balls, willing to stand up for themselves. Lions don't start trouble just to start trouble. Hyenas do. They're scavengers. And nobody wants to be the gazelle. I mean, the gazelle is the innocent one, the one that everybody thinks is harmless and cute, but it's always the victim. Always. And I know you don't want to be a gazelle. And hyenas are just gross. So we all want to be a lion. But not everybody can be a lion. Many people are too afraid of their own shadow. Anybody subscribe to this channel, I know, is not pathetic. You're a little morbid. Or maybe you're curious about me. Well, if you're morbid, then it's not going to be hard to switch and turn into something strong. You just gotta make sure you don't go off the deep end. So I guess that's my take on bullying. So do I have any final words of encouragement? I guess I got one. Stop being a little bitch and do something. All of you. If you see someone in pain, help them. If someone's fucking with you, stop them. And if you're the bully yourself, then I promise if you don't change, someone's probably going to kill you. Have a bloody day.